Hey guys, hope you're doing good today. I want to do a short talk to you today. And let's talk about tariffs and what is good to mount solar panels or wind turbine. How is it for me and how is it for you? And let's talk price wise. So, for me, for myself, in local money in Ukrainian hryvnia, I have an electricity tariff which is 4.64 in daytime from 7 a.m. up to 11 p.m. and from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. in the morning. So nighttime tariff, I have it twice less, so 232. And if mounting solar, I'm getting my self cost of 1 kilowatt hour from solar. I can get it to as low as one Ukrainian hryvnia per kilowatt hour, up to maybe 2.5 if it's self consumption only, and if I'm not allowed to sell, and I can reduce that to go to down as one because I can produce more, of course, because I will be able to sell them. I mean, if I'm legally allowed to sell, then yes, I can go down as one. So for panels, there is definitely a huge economic shout outs to mount them, because we have a lot of economical preferences right now. We don't have tax, import tax. We don't have VAT for the solar panels, solar inverters for the batteries. That's why it's really economical, reasonable to mount them and to get them mounted today, these days in my country. What about wind turbine? It's not that funny. It's not that nice as it is with solar. So, for the wind turbine, regardless of its size, whether it's the smallest or middle size, or it's actually even the huge one, 20 kilowatt and more, like 10 meters in diameter or even bigger, you cannot go down less than 4 Ukrainian hryvnias per 1 kilowatt hour. It's impossible. Whatever many calculations I did for whatever units, for whatever prices, for whatever combinations, I cannot go down. I cannot go less than four per 1 kilowatt hour. And I mean, it's ridiculous because it doesn't make any sense, because I can rather buy more batteries and charge overnight and then spend it during the day. I mean, that would be already way more effective than like to buy it for 232 and guess add maybe 0.71 Ukrainian hryvnia will be the price to charge and discharge that same kilowatt hour to the battery bank, giving the amount of cycles it can go. And it's already way less expensive than going with the wind turbine. So the wind turbine is only something that is of a enthusiasm, of a comfort, or for the times when you don't have grid, or if you are not household, for example, homestead, whatever, if you are a business has got a very different tariff. So I told you already that the for the normal citizen, the tariff is 464 and down to 232 at night. For business, it's around 10, 11 Ukrainian hryvnias per kilowatt hour. And there, 4 hryvnias per kilowatt hour is way better and way more profitable and reasonable. So that's why very often recently I'm gaining more and more requests from local businesses that want to get with 10 kilowatt wind turbine, 20 kilowatt wind turbine, 30 and even 50. And actually, some of them even are getting into this country already with my help, because that makes real financial sense. Because, well, you cannot go unlimited with solar once you're a business. Businesses have limitations on selling their overproduction capacities, so they normally build solar up to the cap of their consumption capabilities, and then they still have the rest to cover, and they don't know where to get it from, and they don't want to pay more. That's why they are asking and seeking for wind turbines. That's a reality in my country. That's a reality for me. And in my case, myself building in my yard over there the wind turbine farm actually allowed me to get myself a little bit knowledgeable about the field and a little bit informed about the field and a little bit noticeable in the local YouTubes. That's why I'm gaining some kind of, let's call it a sales pitch. I'm gaining leads from the from the businesses that is interested to get the wind turbines, because I know already the topic, I know how it works, and I know what to suggest and how to what to advise what will work in their capabilities best and realistically. I mean, how does it work for you guys? Because I know that many people of different countries have got very different tariffs, and it really depends. And it really depends. We are talking about grid connected installations, right? So we are not talking about autonomous houses that don't have any grid. I mean, if you are in that case, then of course go all in for solar, all in for wind, and of course a little bit of all in for some diesel generator for any extra situation, because who knows, there might be days where there is no sun, and when there is no wind, it may happen, and nobody will be able to help you with this. So you have to have some reserve. Like, we don't cover this kind of topic because there, everything that is autonomous, then it's absolutely separate, it's absolutely different, it has absolutely different values. We are talking about what is grid connected and how does it pay out for you. Normally, what I have seen already across the Europe and other countries, the export rates are really, really low. So it makes little sense to go oversized with your panel, with your solar arrays, or I mean, to go really oversight with your batteries, because, well, there is no financial reasoning in that sometimes. So you have to really do your math and do your calculations about what is really important for you and what is really confident for you given local regulations, given local prices. That's what makes sense. That's what makes things important. In my case, because I have a lot of capability to sell, it made a lot of sense to build a big system, to make it pay out quickly, and then whatever is left, it's for you, it's for me. I mean, because it's self-paid already. I mean, self-payment rate was calculated by myself earlier once I was mounting the system to be 6.3 years. But eventually, since I miscalculated and the production is ultimately way bigger than I was estimating, um, I'm getting to have it around 5 years. That's not given any incentives. That's not given any YouTube whatever. It doesn't relate. I mean, the self-paying by electricity production and being and the ability to use it and to sell it. That is making my system self-payable in about 5 years, and two already passed. So three left, and then after that, the system will be absolutely working for me. So that's my case. I don't know how is it for you, so just let me know in the comments, because this is very interesting topic, specifically on the wind turbines, and that is mainly on the enthusiasm of people, because financial reasoning is something that is really, really, really hard here. And I'm preparing one thing for you guys, because I know that in many countries there is very popular topic that is called RV, recreational vehicles, yachts, and uh, like homes, mobile homes, whatever. And for there, I mean, you know how to mount solar panels, but what kind of wind turbine to get to add there? And this is a very good question that you're always asking, because, well, going too small might give you nothing. Going too big, you will not be able to mount it. So there has to be some kind of ideal middle wind turbine that is not too heavy, not too complicated, and still very easy to mount, and will still reasonably produce enough to have your system powered. And believe it or not, in the end of August, I think I will have this kind of wind turbine that will fit exactly that needs. So we will do the most detailed overlook of it. So we will do the most detailed check how it looks like, what is it, what does it weigh, how to mount it very easily without any troubles, without any additional stress. So it will be reasonable to produce. It will be reasonable to put onto your RV. So that's a very different topic. RV is autonomous, so you don't count on any public electricity anywhere. At some stations you can, but normally once you go somewhere in some place you don't have any grid, then you have to make it self-sustainable. Anyways, let me know in the comments what are the tariffs for you, whether it's economically reasonable to get a solar, to get a wind, and let's start it from there.